She's a warm spring day today. So this is Angel, new dog. Poor Ellie passed away last year. Still having a hard time dealing with that, but anyway, nice dog. She's a Border Collie Golden Retriever mix, basically a mutt. She's a good dog. I'm really liking this Jetboil, and you think back in time in 2001 when they came out with Jetboil. They, to me it was for the great adventurers, the guys that went up the mountains and stuff. That was the whole marketing thing. The market has changed a bit. Yeah, I mean for me it is too. I mean I got this thing in the winter time so I can use it winter camping. Started using it for day trips, ski trips, snowshoe trips, and then in the spring I started using it for my backpacking trips because it's really lightweight and I'm really liking it. So, what is it? How does it work? Well, I'll show you right now. Oh, there you go. That's your bowl. It protects the bottom of it, but that's your bowl you can use. Runs on butane cylinder. You can use any butane cylinder. It does not have to be a Jetboil one, but I do have a Jetboil one. There's your stand. Goes on a stand like this. You don't need the stand, but basically I always use the stand. The one I have again is the Java Press one. So this is your Bodum, and I use that for making my coffee in the morning. Very important to have. So the cool thing about the Bodum as well is that you can use it for steaming your vegetables. So basically the idea is that you fill it up a quarter of water, you put this in, and you put the vegetables on top. Oops, sorry. Put it in like that. Makes more sense. Put it in like that and put the vegetables on top and it steams the vegetables. Really cool. And I never thought of that. I'm going to try that. I really like that. That's your Jetboil right there. That's the stove itself. You turn it on by this knob, and when you turn the gas on a bit, there's an ignition system. Okay, so you click on and it's on. Actually, I'll do that right now. And it's on. What do you think, dog? Woo! All right, pretty easy to use. So on the bottom of your pot, you've got what's called a flex ring. It's almost like a radiator, and the heat is contained in this, and it saves on boiling time and also on fuel consumption. So you just connect this right onto your stove like that. And people out there that have this, they know this thing works. But I tell you, it really works. I don't know what the boiling time is, but I know for a cup of coffee, I'm thinking it's only like a minute and a half. It's not 2 minutes, I know that. And you got your coffee on the go. The other thing you should have, I would recommend this, is you have an attachment for the top. And why you would have that is then you can put your frying pan on like this. Now Jetboil comes with its own frying pan, and it's the same system. It has that flex ring on top of there, and that again puts all the heat towards the frying pan, saving time, saving fuel. But you don't have to get this frying pan. You can use any frying pan. But if you are going to do that, if you're only going to use just your frying pan, then make darn sure that you actually just put your frying pan on the top of this. So don't actually put it right on here. All right. For fuel, I would take one of these for the weekend. I would take 2 for a longer trip. But yeah, you can really extend your trip by taking lots more fuel. No problem with that. I gotta go because our assistant is throwing up. I'll be back. I have an assistant with me today, Ian, and he's not feeling well. I think he's got food poisoning or the flu, we're not sure. So he's throwing up in the woods, and guess what this dog tried to do? Eat his vomit. Bad dog. Okay, so yeah, I own the Jetboil Flash, and it comes with the coffee press, love it. It's probably the one bestseller that they have. If you have a larger family, you can get the Sumo, and this is actually good for 4 people, 5 people even. The same stove fits in there. You can actually use the Sol, or SOL, I think it's just Sol. And this is a smaller one if you're going on solo trips. Like, this is really lightweight. And then you've got the, I forget what this one's called. It's called the Zip. And the only difference with this, it is a little cheaper. If you're looking to buy something cheaper, the reason why it's cheaper, it doesn't have the ignition. So you just use a lighter and light it. All right, for fuel, so one of these for a good weekend trip, 2 of them for a longer trip. I went out in Algonquin for 5 days and I brought 2 of these, it was fine. You can do this as well, or you can do that. I'm gonna end this with the idea of using the The butane canisters, some people, for good reason, are saying these aren't the greatest because you have to find a place to recycle them. And yeah, that used to be a hassle if you live somewhere where you don't have a recycling center. But now, all you do is you buy something called the Crunch It, and really cheap, and you crunch it down, it opens it up, and I put these in my blue box, and no issue. They pick them up because I've broke the seal. I'm blabbing on. It's a hot day. I got an assistant that's throwing up in the woods. I got a dog that's eating vomit. I have to go. But basically, yeah, big stove, small stove, lightweight, easy to use, clean, efficient. You can't go wrong.
Happy camper.